What's up, guys? How's your morning? So today, this morning, I woke up really, really early, and then I want to make some dumplings. I've been practicing it because I want to have some of them of my own in Australia. So I've been practicing. I haven't perfected it, but well, it's edible, so not bad. Anyways, so today we're gonna get into a really, really deep topic, right? So I want to tell you guys about how to find the right customers, because if you are selling your products or services to the wrong customers, then even though you're putting in lots and lots of effort and putting in lots of time, if you are not finding the right customers, then you won't be getting the amount of sales that you actually want to get or you actually deserve to get, right? So Stephen Larson, I learned about this topic from Stephen Larson, right? He's a pretty good, he's like he's my one of my idols, man. He's really good. So what he did was, before he actually learned about click funnels and such, he was actually starting out by doing door-to-door salesman, right? So when he was doing door-to-door salesman, he actually went to a neighborhood, not so affluent neighborhood, and then he went from door to door, knocking doors and doors, and then when they open, then he's gonna be like, oh, do you want to have, he's going to ask something, and he's going to, he sells, I think he was selling pest control at that time. And when he was selling that, he was really, really trying really, really hard, and he's going from the morning to the evening, all day. He's spending his all of the time and all of his effort to sell that pest control, right? So he's selling that, but he was selling to not so affluent neighborhood, but he was getting lots and lots of clients. And his friends were selling, his friends were driving to an affluent neighborhood, how do you say that, richer people, but so they were getting clients as well, but they were not getting as many clients as Steven. So Steven was like, oh, I'm getting more clients, so I'm gonna get lots more customers and lots more sales and lots more profit, right? He was really, really nervous, and he was so excited. So at the end of the month, he was really excited, and he was so sure that he was gonna get a really, really big paycheck, right? So he was waiting for that in the morning, and then he got a mail in the check. He got a check in the mail. Okay, so he got a check in the mail, and then he opened it up, and then he was so surprised. He was just shocked because he only got a little bit of money, and he was like, this something is wrong. This is not right, because he did a lot of work and he just got a little bit of money. So how did that happen? So he called his boss, and then he was like, how did that happen? And his boss said something that totally transformed his life, right? So what he said was, he was like, even though he got lots of clients, those clients actually canceled the subscription plan just after about weeks. So even though he was getting clients at the first at the front end, those clients are not loyal, and they are not staying with him anymore, because their canceling rates were really, really high. So he was getting lots and lots of clients, but they were also canceling. So he wasn't getting lots of money from that. And all of that was mostly because they couldn't afford it, right? So he was actually targeting the wrong customers. And his friends who were targeting the affluent neighborhood, they got only a few clients, but they were getting lots more profit than Stephen, because they were finding the right customers. So finding the right customers is pretty important when you're going to sell your product or your services. Whatever service or product that you're gonna sell, finding the right customer is pretty important. So guys, I'm gonna get to the really, really basic and deep thing right here. So there are three core markets, right? I've told you guys about this. So there are three core markets: health, wealth, and relationship. So here, health, wealth, and relationship markets. So those are the three core markets. So whatever that you're gonna sell, you are selling in one of those three core markets. So if you are selling if you're selling razor blades, then are you selling in wealth market or relationship or health? Which market are you selling, right? So you can sell your razor blades in relationship market. So you can see there are some razor blade ads that you can see when a guy was shaving. After shaving, then every woman in the world just surrounds him, and that is selling relationship. He's not selling razor blades, they are selling relationship, right? And then in wealth market, You also again you there are things like stock, how to invest in stocks or how to invest in mutual funds, real estate, how to buy homes, how to flip houses in eBay and such, right? So those are in wealth market. So let's supposedly say that you are in wealth market, right? So here, and then which wealth market, in the wealth market, which one are you in, right? So let's say that you are in real estate market. So here you are in real estate market. Now this is your red ocean. Now if you really want to know which customer that you're gonna target or which customer that you are actually selling to, you gotta know your red ocean pretty well, right? So only then you can come out of the red ocean to build your blue ocean. And here is your blue ocean. Here, I'll name it for you guys. It's blue right here, and it's red. Okay, it's red and blue. Here, this is red. This is your red ocean, and this is the blue ocean. Now, red and blue ocean means that in the red ocean, everybody is selling the same product, and there's a market here. So in the blue ocean, is only you. You are the only one selling the only product, right? So you are unique. And you wanna get the customers from the red ocean to come to your blue ocean, and only then you can get lots and lots of customers, and they will be loyal to you because you are the only one in that ocean, right? So you are the only supplier, right? So that's the basic. So you gotta know your red ocean to actually come out of the red ocean to create your blue ocean. Because if you don't know your red ocean, then you cannot create a blue ocean, right? So what are the characteristics of the red ocean? Now, there are three personas of red ocean, right? So the first one is, there are three personas, and I'm gonna start from the third one, right? So this is much easier. So the third one are the die-hard fans. Die-hard fans, right? So there are three personas, and the third persona is the die-hard fan. Because why do we call it the die-hard fan? Because there are some people in the red ocean, and they are so obsessed with that vehicle, like with that product that they're using, that whatever you're gonna say, they're never gonna change, right? It is not that it is not possible, but even though it is possible, it is like you have to try too hard, and there has to be too many situations coming. There has to be too many coincidences to actually make them change. So you gotta try too hard just to get one sale in die-hard red ocean, right? There are die-hard fans in red ocean, like Stephen Larson and me. We are die-hard fans of ClickFunnels because they have changed our lives. So whatever that you're gonna say, we are never gonna change our perspective on ClickFunnels, right? So when we hear some bad things about ClickFunnels, we'll be like, we don't like it, right? We don't like it when you say something bad about ClickFunnels. And you might be a die-hard fan of Apple. When someone say bad things about iPhone, you're gonna be like, oh, you are so wrong, man. The iPhones are the best. iPhones are the best in the world. iPads are the best in the world, right? You're gonna be like that. And so they're die-hard fans. And when you're going to sell things to die-hard fans, then they have to have the identity shift, because it is their identity that they are using that vehicle, right? Whatever vehicle that they're using. Or for us, it is ClickFunnels. It is our identity to use ClickFunnels, right? We identify by that. So people using iPhones, they'll be like, I only use iPhones. No matter which phones are better, I just don't care. iPhone is the best. I'm just gonna use iPhone for my whole life, right? So that's the die-hard fan, right? So and the second persona is the break-even. So the break-even personas are like, they've had some success in world market, or they've had some success with the vehicle. So like in ClickFunnels or in any type of product, like in real estate market, right? So in real estate market, when they are the die-hard fans, they might be break-even fans, right? Break-even fans are like, they have had some success with real estate market, right? They have sold some homes and they have made some profit, but they're not actually, they're not making huge transformation. They're not making huge profit. They're just like, oh, it's just a little bit, right? We've had some success, we're okay with this, right? So they're just okay. They're just satisfied with that. But those are the fans that you can sell to because they are only satisfied. They are not die-hard fans. It is not their identity. Now, if you sell if you are a fan of Tony Robbins, the legend, right? Tony Robbins is a legend. So if you are a fan of Tony Robbins, and if Tony Robbins changed your life, then you are gonna be a diehard fan of Tony Robbins. Whatever others are gonna say, you'll be like, Tony Robbins changed my life. Tony Robbins transformed me, and so I'm his fan my whole life. You can't say anything to make me hate him, right? So that's the diehard fan. But for break-even fans, then you're like, oh, Tony Robbins taught me something, and it's very valuable. I like Tony Robbins. Yeah, but once someone comes and one day are going to offer you something as better, they're gonna say that, oh, this is better than Tony Robbins and such, then you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try that a little bit, right? You don't want to try much, but you're gonna try a little bit, right? So because that's all because you are break even, you're not diehard fan, and so you are willing to try some new things. So it's all about the price and the value. You're gonna look at the price and you're gonna look at the value if you are a break-even fan. So when you're selling your product or services, you want to sell to the break-even fan, not the diehard fans, because it's not worth your time, and it's too hard to sell it to them. So it's better if you sell it to break-even fans, right? So and the number one persona is the best to sell to, right? They are no other option fans, right? That's what they're called. No other options. They are buying and they are using that vehicle because they have no other option, and they hate that vehicle, right? An example would be like, for me, there is that one bank that I'm using right now, and I don't like the service from that, and I hate that bank, right? Like, honestly, I hate that bank, but I cannot change it, so I'm just using it because there is no other option. And one day when someone comes to me like, oh, here's another option for you, there you go, and then I'll be like, oh, thank you very much for that. I'm not even gonna think much, I'm just gonna take that another option just because I hate that product, right? I hate that vehicle, I hate that service, right? So the first persona is no other option, and I'm a no other option fan for the bank, right? And for break even, in lottery industry, like my dad has a business about lottery, and in that lottery I did some business in that industry, and I had some success, so I'm in the break even fan, right? I didn't have huge success because I didn't give lots of time, I just did like months, so it was break even. I'm a break even fan in lottery industry, right? So when you offer me something that's a lot better than lottery, or here's a vehicle that's a lot better than lottery, and you're gonna make a lot more profit from this, then I'm gonna be like, oh, thank you very much, I'm gonna try that, right? So I'm a break even fan, but I don't hate lottery, right? I hate the bank, that bank that I'm using, I don't want to name it. So but I don't hate lottery, so because I'm getting some success from that, right? So that's the one. And for diehard, I am a ClickFunnels diehard fan, right? You cannot change me. You cannot sell me something else, or you cannot say something bad about ClickFunnels because I'm gonna hate it, right? So I'm a diehard ClickFunnels fan. So if you're gonna sell something, make sure that you're selling your product to the right customers. So yeah, that's what I was gonna go. Oh, that's what I'm gonna tell you guys today. So the first one, the three personas: no other option, break even, and die hard. Right? For no other option fans, they have no other option, and they really hate the vehicle that they are using right now. Currently, they are using it. And for break-even fans, they actually look more about the price and the value of the product. So if you can offer more value for the lower price, then you're gonna get the customer most likely. If you know how to sell to them, right? By using stories. You have to have a really good sales message and a really good offer, right? You can't just give them facts and figures like, oh, I'm better because my product is better than the competitors because of this, because of this, because of that, and because of this. People don't really care, right? They only care about them, and people only care about themselves. And if you are a marketer, you know that you have to sell with stories, right? Telling stories is the best way to sell to people. So tell stories about that, right? There is a method and there is a script to tell stories, which I'm gonna get into in the future videos. So anyways, so that's the break-even fan. They look at the price and value. And for diehard fans, it's actually an identity shift for them to change the product or the vehicle or the service that they're currently using, right? So the most difficult to sell to the diehard fans. So sell to the, when you're selling, choose only these two, no other option, and break even, right? And then after that, take them to your blue ocean, right? So your blue ocean is something that is unique for you. You're gonna offer them something that is unique, but your blue ocean has to come out of the red ocean, because there are already customers there, right? You don't have to look for the customers anymore, because there are already customers in the red ocean. So look for the customers in the red ocean that hate or that are just using it but not really a die-hard fan. Then look for those customers and then take them to your blue ocean, advertise them, right? Make them tell stories and give them your offers, and then they're gonna come to your blue ocean. So yeah, that's all for today, guys.